Hello folks, I hope you're having a fantastic day. I wanted to take you through another unboxing. I was able to make another order with Sweetwater, and we ordered in a couple new microphones, taking advantage of the microphone specials they're having right now for the month of May. And so what we did was bring in or order a couple condenser mics, as well as some mic stands for them, and that's for the drum kit here. I've been using a CAD kit up to this point, a 7-piece kit that have little pencil condenser microphones, but they're a little bit limited in what I can do with them, and so I wanted to move towards something that's a little bit more versatile. I can use them on the kit, but we could also use them for close miking acoustic guitars here when we punch in and do overdubs here in the studio, as well as maybe vocals as well. Let's go ahead and get them out of the box and see what they look like. There they are. All right. Really cool. All right, so that's the P220. Yep, P220 condenser microphone from AKG. The reason I wanted to go with this unit was a couple things. It had some switches right on it. I'll go through those here in a minute. Some pads and some low-cut switches. Comes in this really cool case, which is really good for me. I don't have a lot of great storage options here in the studio. So having a protective case is really cool. And you also see it comes with the shock mount here too. So give me a minute here, we'll get this thing unwrapped from the cellophane and we'll open her up. All right, so let's take a look in the box here. Yes, again, really cool here. I don't know if that shows up with the light here, but we got the microphone and we've got that shock mount for it, and I believe there's also the mount that goes on a microphone stand. Very cool. Pretty good heft to that already. You can tell it's, I think, probably some solid aluminum there. So that's what it looks like up close and personal. We've got our two buttons there, as I mentioned. One is a 20 dB pad, so drop 20 dB, as well as a low cut. And I think that's a 20 hertz low cut. And hard to see here because I don't have a light shining in here, but there is a, well, it shows up a little bit there. You can sort of see the condenser. Of course, XLR mount there. So like I said, pretty hefty. Different for me because I've been using those little pencil condenser microphones up to this point, so that'll be neat to start to work with something with a little bit more heft to it. And the other reason I wanted to get this kit, it came with the shock mount ready to go for it. Right here we can mount that right onto a mic stand. So that's going to be really great to have. And sure enough, look at that. They gave us an extra rubber band as well. Very important. Pretty cool. And like I said, we got two of those. So there's another one here in the kit. And I'll go through pricing here in a moment. Maybe there's a... oh yes, the other thing I was able to pick up, they had a special on t-shirts. So Sweetwater, we got ourselves a nice little Sweetwater t-shirt. Whenever I get a chance, I try to pick up t-shirts where I can. It adds to the collection. Last but certainly not least, our sweet thank you, sweet way of saying thank you. Love this here. I'm a bit of a sugarholic myself. I love the candy, so always good to get a little extra sweetness there. Okay, we got one more package to look at, one more unboxing, and that were the two microphone stands that I ordered to go with those condenser mics. So I already opened the box. Let's take a look here. They had another special going on where you could package these up and get two together and save some money. These are the OnStage Euro Boom microphone stands. Pretty fair, straightforward, typical. The ones I've been using up to this point from my condensers just weren't cutting it. They were kind of old and worn out and pretty wobbly, so that'll help out a lot. And the last thing I wanted to wrap up before we move over to the kit was to get the pricing down. So let me just switch over to my invoice here. The AKG large diaphragm condenser mics, they were regular retail price $229. With the specials they have going on right now, $134 a piece. So that was really great. Saved quite a bit of money. And that really, you know, what pushed me towards these AKGs. I could get two for quite a good deal, right? Coming in at just under $270 for the pair. Let's see, the mic stands, it was a 2-pack, normally $54. My price $19.50 a piece, so just a tick under $40 there. So great value. I love working with the Sweetwater folks. If you haven't, really recommend you reach out to them. I've been working with Ryan over there at Sweetwater for a couple years now, always takes care of me, and so it's been great to have that customer service, unmatched by anybody else in the industry. So again, thanks so much, Sweetwater. All right, well, let's take a look at things on the kit, and we'll move from there and maybe do some sound tests with the new microphones. All right, pretty cool, pretty interesting results. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me as long as you did and getting through not just the unboxing piece, but also the quick microphone test we did on the kit. I want to say, as far as conclusions go for me, I'm really happy with the sound. I know I haven't done an A/B test with the old condenser mics and the new ones, but for me, they're a lot more full. The response is better. The cardioid pattern's working really well. As you know, we've got it set up in that 2 microphone setup with just a snare and a kick, the Glyn Johns method as they call it, and it's really full. In that full mix section, you can hear all the
lows coming from not just the toms but the kick. And then when you isolate the overheads, I really found it interesting with the low cut option. It really cut out the kick part that was coming through the overheads. So I think it's going to help a lot in my mixing. I'm by no means a professional mixer or an engineer here, so any cheats and or advantages I can get with you just kicking those pads over to that low cut pad is really, really awesome. We'll need to do a different type of setup for what that minus 20 dB pad will do. Obviously, that's if we're going to hook it up or put it in front of a guitar cabinet or something like that. So we'll have to do that in another time. But really want to thank everybody for hanging out this long and getting through the video. Appreciate, as always, a comment below. Love to hear your feedback on what you thought of this kind of comparison / unboxing. And anything else you'd like to hear from us here in this studio and the different types of things we can do with the equipment we have. Really appreciate the feedback. As always, please give me a subscribe and ring that bell so you know when we've got new content posted out there. Thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Ciao.